Did you see in Zim there's been these demolitions?
The house demolitions,
House demolitions that have been going on.
there was one that was so bad that the government was like, "Hey, we ain't got nothing to do with this."
If you ever do anything, and the government, that is a ZANU-PF government, comes out and goes on record and saying,
There's an inherent kumauka kunoita vanhu kana maangopiwa rusununguko rwaangonyanya.
Like Russia, I swear, vanokubata uri pa ground floor, they're like, let's go up. Do citizens deserve that much freedom?
This is what I was about. Okay, citizen rine kakufarisa.
You're right. I don't know. Tikati Russia, tova that China, tova that maybe Rwanda on an African
on an African flex.
All these countries.
In the latest segment of Muromo Black and Forth, like I've been saying, I always keep having in that. That's crazy.
Yo, Emi, Hungana Timbo Sasa, Pano Panika Nyaya Karkupisa. We just wanna talk about it, Machitika. Welcome. Oh, you know what time it is. Send it to your friends so they also be a part of this. You cannot describe what you feel, huh? We're taking Zimbabwe to the world, huh? Yeah, this is Black and Forth. Welcome. This is Black and Forth.
Yo. Episode 37 in the house.
37, baby. Hey, it's actually more like a 37.5.
I have nothing left to give to this year.
Fourth quarter, you're spent. It's done.
Yeah.
No, it's understandable, but it's good. There's good exhaustion, man.
Yeah.
There's a good kind of tired. You know what I mean?
I wish I was tired after the fact. But, ladies and gentlemen,
it's a good kind of tired.
Welcome to another episode, dear Boys Rapper Bridge. We are
Boys
here.
Rapper Bridge. It's technically a birthday episode.
Yeah, 1 year.
1 year.
37 episodes.
It would have been last year, though, the 1 year birthday.
Yeah.
Last week. What am I talking about? Last year. Last week, but the boys came in the studio. The boys recorded a fire episode.
Fuego, 2 hours of Muto.
2 hours.
Muto.
Voice kushoshovera.
Only to discover that the microphones were all the way down.
All the way down.
So there was zero sound.
Zero sound.
So tandara.
Magonotongona 2 hours.
Why?
What beef do you have?
No, do you know what? It's a different one. But ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Birthday things. Boys Rapper Bridge. Celebrating Bridge. 1 year, 37 episodes, 90,000 downloads on the Spotify,
boom.
12,500 subscribers, boom.
42,000 TikTok followers,
625,000 cumulative views on the YouTubes.
Jeez, look at that. A young 12,000 on the old Instagram.
Yeah.
Keep it
cooking.
Keep it chopping, guys. No, it's
no, shout out to you guys. Usually for birthday, I know kind of a present.
Usually, from what I know, people send birthday gifts.
Shout out to the people that are already on the program. Hansina Geumu. I hope I'm pronouncing your name. This is a combination of two names, I'm assuming. It's Geumu. I don't know what the Mushi. I don't know whether Mushi is the surname. Okay. When Mr. Munashe got himself some McDonald's for the birthday.
Young milkshake.
So shout out to Gail Mushanzi. Happy 1 year anniversary to the Black and Forth pod. You guys are touching lives. I hope you never forget this fact. King Kandero, I'm looking forward to your next show in Cape Town. Mona, I'm coming to the UK soon and the plan is to watch you on stage. Please keep the fire burning even if it's just embers. Thank you so much for the hard work and a big thank you to your support systems. When is the Mac dropping? I need to rock my BFF. Berries per square meters wood. Listen, guys, we're being let down by my designer. But none of the like the thing is with us, it's not just a matter of mari.
Yeah, but there's that.
Like if I mean, mari by just match on the black and forth, we'll do that.
Done that Gudara.
But because you guys are the baddies.
But we want it because
You
we want the
baddies.
baddies. Your
Like,
baddies.
baddies need
You
to
can't
be
be
wearing
wearing
something like just mukofera.
You can't be wearing baddie per square meter when it's devaluing the baddie stock points. Come on.
Boys are about bridge ready, but no. Ofana uchi furu akapfeka match yako. It's just a
I'm just a young girl.
per square meter.
It's just
What
me
you
per
know?
square meter.
Me.
You find one of these.
My son is my model. I don't. Like, listen. So that's really been the hold up. We've been going through designs that we're like, it's there, but it's not. So that back and forth, and then sometimes you just meet designers and then
L designs.
yeah. So
Is
but it's
that-
coming. It's coming. It's coming. Anzina Gamu. And nokudai zvekudaro, guys. Can't wait for you both to do a show in Leeds. Thank you so much in advance for considering my request. My request anoya munhu atambiza kakesh.
Come on, taken very seriously.
We take it very serious.
Very
Tasitombori kana urongwa kuverenga message vanhu kuLeeds, but
Come
ukamaunza
on.
makofi.
So even kana nokuslaw vakaisa coffee vakati
Listen.
suda kutanangirini, who consider?
The only time we'll talk about people from Slough is to slander them.
Aiwa. But I'm saying just a little bit. Just poke a little bit. You know. Because mean that bottom has 3 bullets.
Yeah. Shout out to and shout out to PT and sorry Munashe, we missed the show. And to go back to Paris. And then to go back to Paris quickly. We'll definitely come back in December. Shout out to Tarileen V, my favorite podcast. Thank you for keeping it 100. Big shout out, my Sean. Big shout out to the whole family out there down and under. We see you.
Boom, boom.
Shout out to North Prince. And thank you, my giver. Blessings from Toronto, Canada. Basadza kuka sefiro. Sefere iro. Makuda kuwandira kuchikafu. Balanced diet.
Balanced.
Chichimwira. Chichigira. You know? Big
Balance.
shout out. Then there's a spat of, Tendai Natatenda. Oh, this is 2 people. Tendai Natatenda.
Oh, right. Nice.
Shout out to Hannah. Shout out to Faraiti. Shout out to Taku Villain. Shout out to Pana. Avanda kuverenga chimanya ngori makofi 11. Jokes, guys, jokes.
But Pangwananga's name is.
No, it's because Apana message.
There's no attached message.
Message. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taco Villa and Anz. Thank you for the fun and interesting discussions. This podcast is a valuable companion on my walks. Definitely in the diaspora.
Definitely.
Especially
kana weather dzako dzidai also
Pageto atore maoko.
atore maoko.
Twenda magrosa.
Twenda kunotenga chingwa, twenda kunogayisa chibage.
And Pageto pane patone podcast uchinzwa apa pane makuhwa ingwa iri kuhukura poizwa aptaka.
Pana munhu ari kutopopotera chinji yake. Cobra.
Podcast Pageto.
Mabuduru.
But do you know what? You know those ambient sounds, that like sleeping sounds? If somebody was to put together like a mixtape of that, would that not be?
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's that time you're in Zim. I called you after work, Manero, and we're trying to see if we can do the podcast. And it just made me realize there's certain sounds when you come off the plane, kupinda Zimbabwe, right? One of them is just to my. I don't know what insect that is. Is it a cricket? Maneru, you get the same thing alongside Imbo Yengo Hukura. Imbo Yengmara Ngwenyi. Yanga in Wepa Dinpenny.
But then, like, at any given time,
that dog was
no
going
less
nuts.
than 3 dogs.
Zenye.
Dead. Like the female dog there, like it gives birth.
Feta.
if
Fertility
chinhu chinotozondirwadza
AIDS.
ndekuti itongori imbwawo danga German Shepherd tichifare
When you breed,
Ingori
top breed,
wow.
iri pure breed.
ndaraunganiza zvotokumbira vanhu kuti muri kuda
Musina. Iri kungozvara cha.
inorova 8 her mother before that 8 it's like
I had a dog yainzi Fluffy yaidaro, but after a little while it started killing them. It started just like, hey man, I can't do it. You're gonna eat a litter of 7, 8, and then survive for 4. Because it's 4
childcare.
I'm done. I don't know, but anyway, there you go. But you're right. My ambient sounds they take you home, man.
They take you like this is very specific.
You're
and
like, shit. This sounds like home.
And there's a few people on the YouTubes who were leaving lovely comments. One of the comments that was notable to me was, guys, you need to throw in some music here and there, sounds from home. And shout out to Desna.
Desna Nicole, yeah?
Yeah. Who... Wait, how do you know Desna?
From the comments, the interactivity.
Oh, okay. That's
like the people who interact regularly and whatnot. I genuinely there's some people I don't even know what they look like, but if they would come up to me and say I'm such and such, I'm like,
Desna is the homie. Like Dr. Chigumba, shout out to Doctor man. She also gave me a comment about the music. The issue with music is nyaima copyrights. We don't have like some of the bangers that we would want to play. It's kind of like then we'd have to demonetize the whole episode just because I play at 2 minutes.
And then we ask you to add more coffees.
So where we can, we will.
My Tanaka for the people.
Absolutely, but we would love to.
We just wanted to make you aware of that limitation, because that's really
it's a real limitation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
A lot of feedback, and a lot of this feedback it kind of feels like Twitter the podcast that we recorded, so we're just going to all of it.
Yeah.
But shout out to the community on YouTube, man. Shout out to everybody that has contributed in any shape, way, or form, especially if you were with us from episode 1 because you are the rider. I know at some point there's certain people who fell to the sideways because for different reasons. Sometimes
absolutely.
This podcast is not as misogynistic as I thought it was.
I would have liked to hear some more.
And then there's certain people that who stop listening at the misogynistic episode because they're like, maybe this episode is not what I thought. Shout out to everybody who gave us a chance to develop and grow.
Who's there? There's some, like, we spoke about this again last. It feels some of it feels like we're repeating, but I think these is just there's some people who there's some genuine like commentators that I look forward to hearing their opinions.
Proper think pieces.
Proper. There's some people who really take time to go topic by topic, analyze and give a summary and what they've thought, and
like that one from start to finish.
And that's really
Mafi TNK.
Mafi TNK. Yeah.
Shout out to my guy.
I've always been meaning to respond to one of the
big
comments.
Shout out, big shout out.
But that's good, man. It's not. There's a few. There's a few
people.
Actors there.
Well. It's been a disappointing 2 weeks.
Oh, brother, I forgot to tell you. So, it's just a nice little W since we're doing shout outs. And I'm on the train. I think it was last week Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, I'm going to a show matinee Saturday afternoon. Slough train station alongside. Bump into this girl, stops me. She's like, "Yo, are you that comedian guy. I was like, oh yeah, what's up? Slow things local, Trimazimba, yeah, I'm like, hey. She's like, oh dude, I've been watching your stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. And I was like, oh, you live in Slough? She's like, no, I'm just coming to see my uncle. The way she's like, no, I don't. Maddest thing is, she doesn't even live in England. She's like, I've just come from South Africa, but she had
she probably lived in England, but she was like, no, for this
duration, I don't even want you to even make a mistake that I live.
Because if she had said she lives elsewhere in England, you would have said no.
You're lying.
She was like, I'm living
or you are a frequenter, so you are just Slough citizen by proxy. Please, come on.
She was like, I'm leaving the country.
I'm like, no, I don't even live here. Matter of fact, I've never been. Anyway, Allah, awesome. I'm in a rush. Take a selfie. Jump on the train.
Yeah.
I get on the train. I'm thinking, that was nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah.
As I'm on the train, I'm walking. There's this guy who's sat. He's got his AirPods on. Yeah. He's sat on the train. He looks up. He double takes.
He's like, yo.
He looks up. He double takes. He goes,
what the?
Takes his headphones on. His office is like, come here. I'm like, oh, okay. Would you look at that? I was like, oh, what's up? It's like, dog, what are you doing? You go. It's like, mira. Goes on his phone. Goes on his Instagram. Like, mid-chat, he's like, look at this exchange between me and my boy. They've just shared a clip of Black and Forth on his Instagram, right? Nice. And then he goes, hold up. And then he switches tabs and then he goes to his Apple podcast. He's like, this is what I'm listening to
right now.
That's
crazy.
Now. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, no way.
No, that's crazy.
That's sick. That's
really dope.
That was really nice.
The other day. So it's
prior to that, again, similar to that one, guy who I'd always seen from at our office. So our office building, there's a cafeteria in there, and I go into the cafeteria. I must have been working at the office with my mom. I go into the cafeteria. This is a guy I always buy from the cafeteria whenever I'm in the office from time to time. Yeah. And I've met this guy, I've seen this guy at least like 3-4 times prior to this. Yeah. So one day I'm wearing a cap, made in Zoe cap with, Zim thing in my jig. Go there, I order my food. And then he looks at me, he's like, are you Zim? I was like, yeah, I'm Zim. Then he goes, wait. You do the podcast. You do the podcast. And then I was like, oh yeah, shit. I was like, are you Zim? He's like, yeah, I'm Zim. Like the entire time I've interacted with this guy, I would never in a million years would have thought that he's Zimbabwean. Really so that's nice, man.
That's dope.
That's pretty cool. Shout out. If we got Dumanonesu out there, say hello. That's always nice.
Tungori ma German.
Tungori ma Jiza. Tungori.
Kumbira mari, but that's it.
Don't know guma 5 coffee, but. That's just.
It's been a weird 2 weeks. People still reeling from the U.S. election.
Oh yeah.
Botswana on a high. Their president is appointing baddies as ministers.
The farmers in the UK are eating shit.
It's been
they're not having a bar of it.
It's not. It's the snow is.
What in the snow Allegro is going on here?
Popped up 2 minutes.
God damn.
Do you know, I don't know where you want to start, but I don't even want to have a discussion about this because it feels pointless at this point. But just a quick vroom. Seeing the fallout from the US election has really shown me that my elections, there's no one on this earth who can unequivocally say they are good at elections or they have elections figured out.
Oh, yeah.
There's no one. Because the same reaction that is being given to this loss where everyone is keen to throw each other under the bus, hey, this is where this thing fell apart, this is where I was like, yo, this is exactly what they were doing to Nelson. This is exactly what they Panama structures.
So
but prior to in the lead up, everyone is there singing what excitement and I mean fair and fine. Other people raise their concerns, but I mean the level of it's not just guys. in this election, somebody was going to lose. Regardless of someone was going to lose.
But
it's really...
It's just that simple.
Someone was going to lose.
Someone's going to lose.
Because some of the letters that have from respected people coming out and saying, oh, this, and it's like, yo, my man.
But this is where you see, to a degree, that the flaws of democracy in itself. Because if you have people who regard themselves as the bastions of democracy, the golden standard, if they election fraud, whatnot, something here, ballots here, if some of us mailed in my ballots, there was here, skirmishes.
What would you replace democracy with?
I honestly speaking,
you're given power to do whatever.
I got the power.
Like you are the.
I mean, for the most part, Ananzani, Greek philosopher Polybius didn't subscribe to the notion of democracy, one man, one vote being a very efficient thing. Because what happens with that kind of model of democracy is soon enough, long enough, every Tsaga will get to a point where he feels like, I think no one watch or I've got my ideas of what this thing really needs to be like. Like what we're saying, literally, like how we just started. No, what you should have done is, or Kamala Harris, everyone at some point feels like, given steering wheel, they can hack it. But I think a blend of what would work. But I don't know how you could regulate a meritocracy.
That's do you know the crazy thing about
a meritocracy? Okay, a blend of meritocracy and socialism. Like I would say,
who would be the arbiter of that meritocracy? That's the problem. Because do you know the greatness of democracy, for all its failings? The greatness of democracy is that it's based on every person being equal,
and we know
every other system. Every other system is dependent on society agreeing with some of you, Matsaga.
And
some of you.
At some, I think something that factors in that.
No, but the problem with that is that it's a slippery slope.
Because who's going to be dictating Matsaga?
Exactly. Ana jaman on a puti.
Muna ane futi there, and at the end of the day, muna anozongopedzera bata futi there, anozongopedzera atungoita.
Of which titori nematsaga akatomboita zvetiro akazopesa kusa vanhu pamabhoti. Akazopesa kusa vanhu mabhoti Africa based on the system yekuti ivo vari more superior there. That's where the failing is. And so every system you find, even if you say kuti meritocracy or socialism or communism or but even all these, or a monarchy or whatever, you'd have to deviate from saying, no, some of you are Matsaga, some of you are medium Tsaga.
Whatever it is, there has to be a consideration and aggregation of like...
Exactly. You ain't it.
I don't know.
And you need to accept.
I don't know.
So that's the problem.
But then that's even, like you said, that's hard to even how do you regulate that? Who then, yeah. It's mad. Governance is a bitch.
Everything that I've known about politics or presidency.
What in your head? This is pure speculation because we wouldn't have lived and existed in some of these kind of social setups or types of government. Which government in modern times do you feel like is an efficient government? Never mind how do people feel or what is the consensus with everyone, because
I honestly think democracy is the best way to go. Because do you know why I say that? Because we're here, bro. Because we're here, we're sitting on a podcast discussing this political system.
That's true.
Do you get what I mean?
That's true.
Every other political system that we wouldn't have access to half these things. to have these measures. We wouldn't even, it would just be Munashe, wekwachirisa, life yako yakananga kuma mines. Zvarwa mine, mine, there is no aspirations. Like
social mobility.
I think for all its faults, I think democracy gets the worst of it, simply because it's the one system that has allowed people to have opinions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at some point, if Taga, I want to go to
exactly.
No, I think them ideas.
Russia, like there's very little criticism of the Russian system. Because Majama nuka criticizer, wakanobuda mu 5th floor.
Okay, but here's my question. Here's my question.
Sorry, did you hear of the guy that was the ice skater of England that was thrown out last week?
No, I didn't actually.
Like Russia.
I did. What happened? I skated.
What do you mean? What happened?
I figured he gets thrown out of the window.
Yeah.
For what reason?
We don't know what criticism he.
You just said ice skater thrown out of the window.
No. Wait, it does not say thrown out. It says fall. Like in Russia, no one gets. What are you saying? In Russia, no one gets thrown out of a window. It just happens.
He just so happened to fall out the window.
Like man. Russia, I swear, on ground floor, they're like, yeah. Let's go up, brother. They'll find you walking on the sidewalk. They're like 2 east.
No.
Not
come
off brand.
No, not off brand. Come on.
This is off brand. Like,
come on.
Bro, every. But yeah, you were about to say something.
I've forgotten now.
No, you're talking. It was something to do with the systems.
Yeah, no. So I was saying, okay. So in Russia, you're in Russia. It's you've got the mandem. You know, you can't pipe up and rate it, but the economy is good.
Yeah,
you can go to work.
Yeah,
there's scope for some social mobility for you and your family. You just know don't talk shit about that guy.
Yeah,
but
you see the problem with even discussing something like Russia, right? Is that the majority of information that we have
is actually
from Russia.
Because the real disgruntled niggas will never.
Do you get what I mean? So it's like the Russia we know. It's similar to like a China.
That's true. That's
right?
True. Yeah,
where the majority of the information we have available is information that has been cooked, Royco to Nigrin, that has been made palatable. So yes, we hear the stories of, there's very little unemployment, which could very well be true. There's but the level
but full-time employment could be 18 hours a day in a sweatshop. So
and the level of disgruntlement that you see, where it's kind of like it's the offset of that is kind of like Mdara. If things were, maybe this is just the citizens of us being too distrusting, like the citizen in us, where you like. Why do you need that much control there? Because you look at it
maybe because we're not Farisa by nature. I don't know. I'm just saying. Just from looking at Nangrikini societies with unfettered, unbridled freedom of expression and whatnot. Yeah. I'm just saying, as an observer, why?
I think the bigger question here is, the bigger question that we need to be asking is, and this is such a fascist question. Do citizens deserve that much freedom?
This is what I was about. Okay,
you're right. I don't know. Russia, tova that China, tova that maybe Rwanda on an African
flex.
All these countries, whether they're giving us information to a greater extent, you could argue
very behaved because I don't know, bro.
I mean, every country but to a greater extent, you could argue their economies are popping.
What is the that's what I was asking. Let's look at the most efficient governments, as it were, and it just so happens to nyika dzati dziri kufaya.
Pinemba.
I don't
2
know.
past 8.
I don't know. I'm not endorsing that.
Do countries need a bedtime? Mama lights.
Hey, discipline.
Homework mascot.
You don't understand your parents' strictness, but oh snap!
Damn.
I'm glad makanbata bo because unaenda mun.
So should Boys River Bridge is creating a new system of government.
No, I was literally about to say that, this is what we do. This is what we do.
Boys River Bridge are about to figure out the world. God damn it.
Anyway.
No, but really and truly, what is because if you're saying it's similar to parenting, could you have to have some kind of fairness? Because, but what is the cutoff now with citizens? Where you say, true, so, and then is there a test where you're like you unofanda pass like a driving license what is it? What? Because you find, like, I'll give an example. In Germany, apparently Germany is one of the most expensive driver's licensing tests. Like, it's 3,000 euros or some shit like that. And
but they've got the autobahn. I'm speed limit.
And the part of the reason of that is they are making it prohibit. Like, utori mun are serious, not good drive. And because you know how expensive it is, you're not going to take it
lightly.
Like, you pay 3,000 pounds. So again, I think also the states, yema accidents beg it up. They don't really have drunk driving. They don't even have
speed limits. Exactly.
So then you compare it to a society like, I think UK don't have business. Speed awareness. Scheme.
Literally. Insurance. So
again, it's one of the things where what can a government do to
punishment zvakanzi munyika medu mune punishment yecorruption yekuti chakangokubata uchitora kana bribe kune fucking mufeso pamovie ticket theater kuti zvona akuitira madhidhi tinokudambura roko mudara wangu
Dubai
akubata
United Arab Emirates.
Look at that.
Qatar.
Look at that. Vanotora mari dzenyu mimi corruption. Yeah, they'll entertain that. Vanokugezera mari yenyu gold mafia, but mavo evil
within them. Like
zvakutoti kana mweya wecorruption in them. Utori. Look at that.
No, because again, look at it from the perspective of how far like Muslim nations have moved their propaganda from pre 9/11, post 9/11. Like Muslim people couldn't walk freely. What? Through an airport?
Bro,
what are you?
In a train? Just walk in a train with a backpack and Mandem will be like,
okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey. I saw a guy leave a bag. He genuinely forgot a bag one time on a train, bro. He genuinely forgot a bag on the floor and then he jumped off at Chimani. Brother, this guy got up, middle-aged white dude, got up, grabbed his bag. I was like, I got your bag.
Pull up on!
Turn the bag. It's like, get your fucking bag and get out of here. What's that rude?
Yeah, but it's not ruined. Could I minister?
At that point, rakaputikira in my hand, rakaputikira panapa, kuputika, at least I'm going to call you to task.
Ndakano withdraw slowly. Ndakano track a quiet zone. I think Sitrangu.
These times more underground. It's not allocated sitting like ticket. I think now.
You would hear me scream.
Yo, yeah.
No, but like
tensions.
bro, like I'm saying now, you see Muslim nations moved themselves where everything you knew about Muslims was terrorism or heinous
some
crimes.
sort of
But you see how they moved themselves
propaganda.
20 years later. They are the hub of sophistication, right?
Yeah.
They're
hosting my World Cups. They're making
and not just what they're hosting, because there was a lot of
Could you
noise
please
about
dude,
there was a lot of noise about how they got to host.
Yeah, of course.
But then they put up one of the most incredible, where bias aside, everyone came together and says, this was the most well put together tournament
This wasn't
ever.
bad.
You look at everyone who wants to spend, everyone
even
who
the
thinks,
final will go down as one of the greatest World Cup finals ever. Yeah.
You look at anyone with a little bit of chunk change who wants to spend money, who wants to do leisure. They're going to Dubai.
Yep.
You look at F1, Abu Dhabi. You look at Doha, one of the most beautiful international airports. Qatar, all these. You look at boxing, all these incredible. They have managed to move themselves from like this place where you're associating.
That is so true.
It's opulence.
This is now the big ballers playground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're building buildings that are rivaling the World Trade Center. All these.
And a mere 50, 60 years ago, it was deserts.
So it's like, what can we take from there? The good? What good can we take there? Because they still have a lot of mistakes.
Of course.
Women are still very far behind in terms of. But then again,
but look,
the issue is,
but if you
look,
women. But look at the brother. I don't know if you've ever go to Westfields, and of course, this is not indicative of all of them. Of course,
just a pusher.
I'm just saying,
just a pusher.
But if you go to Westfield, and again, I always point. I've got my friends who are from that part of the side of things, and Vane Duff, and everything's nice and rated. And you find that a lot of their women, Vacho Vane Guab, they're traveling abroad on mad shopping sprees. And people might say, very restricted. Yeah, fair. You might, valid. Yeah. But I'm going my head game dara like Anangari and it's Swarovski diamond encrusted Burkham dara like bags like
we better be grateful they're covered up.
But also,
otherwise like this outfit is calling you poor in 17 different languages.
Ways.
Like
you can't even recognize the logo of the brand if there is one.
So,
right? Yeah. But also, these women are actually, in a lot of cases, named as like owners of some of these companies, or they are very much have their own means of, but it's not in the sense of just running every day and I'm working my ass off. No.
I guess in a way, part of the argument that we share when we, and which has also been the failing of democracy, where for the most part democracy assumes offense on behalf of a lot of people, where we see ourselves as liberators. Like you go into a situation where you're like, no, but then you find Muraja is like, no. I fully subscribe to my culture. Exactly. I fully, because you find they like you use that conversation in terms of like a Libya, right, where America went in. Liberated,
and look at it's a slave trade hub now.
You look at like in Iraq, Iran, where you kill Saddam and you liberate, and then
you bring in, you're trying to usher in Mazina.
Case in point, a situation where now some of these Arab nations arguing that they are even in a worse scenario because the Americans came in and then they left abruptly, which gave rise to the Taliban.
It left a vacuum now, for like just
now women are under even more actual. They're not allowed
on some when said women were wearing bikinis, going to college, and very Bro, I don't know, man. I'm just saying there's an inherent kumauka kunoita vanhu kana maangopiwa rusununguko rwangu nyanya. And
what's the cut off your freedom, guys?
That's always
like how much freedom is too much freedom
at some point.
I know there's somebody who's watching this podcast right now and saying,
thinking, Astaghfirullah,
Bridge, this is like what?
Terrible. I have to get rid of these guys.
Like what is like what? It's too. God, even this is.
No. I don't know. I feel like an iron hand from time to time. Hey. Particularly with things like particularly with things like corruption. Hey.
No, but guys, I think jokes aside, I think this is a brilliant topic, man. In light of everything that is happening around the world, I want to see a very energetic debate in the comments.
I promise you.
Where how much freedom is too much freedom? Like, what's the best system of governance where if you were given the power to dictate what the world can go on the day, what's your system of governance? Knowing everything that you know about democracy, socialism, communism, all these systems, even going as far back as
martial law, feudalism,
you know, all of it. I'm assuming most answers we get is it's a mixed bag. But what are you calling your mixed bag? What is making a huge chunk of your mixed bag? I think that's a fire conversation. Man.
It'd be very It has to be a hybrid of sorts. I don't think it could be a one system type thing. But
did you see in Zim there's been these demolitions?
The house demolitions,
there
was one that was so bad that the government was like, "Hey, we ain't got nothing to do with this."
If you ever do anything, and the government, that is a ZANU-PF government, comes out and goes on record and saying, "Know that you fucked up."
You know you shat the bed.
If you do something where a ZANU-PF minister comes out and says, "Yeah, please know that
you have royally,
monumentally, you are irredeemable."
You fucked it. Yo. If the man says you fucked it.
Minister of Housing, Mr. Daniel Garwe, came out and said, Takatombo audza.
We told
The man came out and said, we've been telling them to stop
doing the A.
Like, what? There is no greater sign. If you need to rethink, like,
so what I need to know is what's going through their heads when they're going on like that.
My heart sank, man.
Bro, I don't get it.
My heart sank when I saw those houses being destroyed because one, they were very expensive houses to put together.
Yeah,
those houses.
They looked.
Do you know the cruelty of it all is something being legal doesn't make it right.
Absolutely.
You could absolutely have all the law on your side, but slavery at some point was legal.
It really was.
Very, 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 very legal, tender. But that may be
okay. Maybe that's
hit you in the deep. But I'm trying from it ultimately
because you know why you make so much sense in that is I don't understand the need for haste to do that. You might turn around and say, "Oh, okay, dzimba idzo dzinoda demolish." Okay, cool. To what end? What are you demolishing the houses for? I could understand if you're saying imba idzo dzinoda demolishwa so we can build a power plant yemagetsi panapa. A construction needs to start. Surveyors panapa in the next 6 months. We need this whole area leveled. And Nangrikini, technically, you weren't supposed to be building pakadaya. Then I could say, but you're just leveling them to say, all right.
They weren't meant to be, but again,
and then you just scoot off.
I think the only reason to
Bruh.
demolish a house is because somebody built on a wetland. But then again, even then, if somebody's building on a wetland and somebody has already built their house, that's about 4 feet, ladies and gentlemen, because the process to stop this house was 6 months ago.
That's true.
Pangapachicherwa Foundation.
And
you cannot tell me that as the city of Harare,
you didn't
you're
know
finding out
now when
solar.
Because the house
solar giza.
Because it's not a mushroom.
No.
It's not whole.
It's a
overnight.
It's like
dinner. And we know how building is hard and heavy, bro. It's in phases. We're not foundation.
Which makes it even more villainous because we are watching.
Literally.
Because if you're telling me that in this particular case, it's not so much that it's a wetland, but it's that people built without proper planning permission, fair and fine. Okay. But this speaks to a bigger issue of someone somewhere sold planning permission. Because I refuse to believe that someone with 60,000 to put up a house would subvert
it's going to forego no.
It means they might have and said maybe I won't pay the full fee. Maybe and they got a council approval on a chip, on a low, but they genuinely thought they got the real council approval on a low. Right? They thought that was their worst mistake. That maybe vango badara vaita cut cost per fee, which is what people do. Aiwa ndaenda kuma passport. Maybe I'm sorry kubadara 150 ndango badara one connection now. But ultimately passport ndichai one. But if that person finds out with passport yako is valid because I see 153, they would not do that.
Yes.
There's no one.
If I would know kuti ndabadara less, but I know the passport yangu I story
valid.
I'll just be like,
no. Do you know what I mean?
Boss muzo ndibati ndapa Istanbul
no
stock rangu no, come on.
There's no one who's sinking 60,000. No. Not even 60,000. 20,000, guys, is a lot of money. 10,000 is a lot of money. There's no one who's sinking that on a flimsy. I'm just doing it. So let's start back. Even if you're saying the argument is, or the conversation is, they don't have proper planning permission, that's their fault. Then, instead of demolishing the houses, is there no room to have a conversation? Okay, you did not get proper planning permission. Fair and fine, winner, German. But we're fining you an extra 10K. Where shader payment plan because this is Mavaka Baningrin. Then the council gets my 10,000, 15,000 as mistake to, as hindrance to everyone. Because you cannot tell me the place, the moment you see Regina, you come and cordon the whole place.
If you knew kuti wetland chitongomeka sure kuti apatobatike
because vacho vari kutengesa mastand achina clearly vane malinks kukanzuru
ekuti vakwanise
kuti mazide pangu apa ndokwari.
So this it comes back to again now that not to but we're coming to a governance system. I haven't figured out what mine is, but whatever it is, starting point. What I think it would literally be built around being so fucking heavy on corruption. Like
proper CCP.
Like corruption in a capital nigga, corruption
out. Like Sharia law.
Yay!
Proper thing.
I'm not gonna to forgive you Kuba.
Like we don't play.
Corruption. Like just the thought of being able to, because you see all of these problems, particularly that's a direct result of corruption. Because someone and then it went down the line.
Somebody's losing a $60,000 home.
Bro, building a yard is no easy feat.
Inini ndakasa jura opa dena apo ukauya ukazembera jura orangu zvisirizvo tukupinda
yeah.
Hey, mungo zembera
kazembera.
No, man. No, like honestly, I'm with you. I think
yeah, whatever it is, it'll be
like a proper corruption, you're out.
Yeah,
You're out.
Yo, not Bichana.
Fell out of
fuck. Zototi kuchikora inenge subject from primary school.
Like, because again, some of the things bro.
You get what you pay for, you earn, you doesn't root meritocracy, Ndara. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear because you want nepotism, corrupt, best man for the job, simple and straightforward. Panozongo issue is how to govern and kind of regulate that, and like you said, who would be the arbiter of we'll figure that out as we go on. But we're starting with kutambura my limbs for corruption. No nonsense. But that's painful, man. Fuck me.
Because again, you look at it from the perspective, even politically, right? Some of these things, because the city of Harare, which is predominantly run by opposition parties,
yep.
People don't forget these things. People don't forgive.
It's not looking
when it
good,
comes 2028, people remember the party that was in charge that demolished our houses was not ZANU-PF. Because ZANU-PF
because the government said, saying, hey, we told them. Brother.
And like there was a communique that came out saying the city council to destroy 5,000 more houses. On what
more?
On what premise, brother? On what more? On what has this reaction not given you pause for thought? Because in the lead up to the rain season, you're trying to demolish people's houses. Have you seen the way it's been raining in Zim? Houses are flooding.
Oh yeah, I saw floods. Yeah, I saw mad floods. I saw
crops are being destroyed
like that.
You're trying to destroy people's houses just before a rain season. For what purpose?
For what?
To achieve what?
I don't know. I can understand maybe putting in some buyback system, some sort of compensation, or maybe some sort of notice period, maybe to recoup what I don't know. Something a bit more humane and thoughtful. Full stop. Period. That's
like we need to be people that accept.
I don't know.
Kana munhu asvika pakuvaka imba matovarwa, guys.
It's done.
Like munhu awina jet. Because again, the argument is if we let this pass, other people will be encouraged. First of all, that's a lie.
Again,
but again, also, who has 60,000 lying around to say a piece of land? It just means good. Okay, if you catch this L, build a deal, whatever, their community. Wherever you now have more stringent measures to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Okay. To make sure that the processes
you trace kuti ndiani akapemita kuti vanhu vavaka apa ndiani vanhu vakataura nani ava matitle deeds wagwizi.
Do you know part of the reason why people end up being corrupt? And this is not to justify corruption, but part of some of the gaps, there is people that are well-meaning. Vaita corruption because the government process is just too convoluted.
Too bureaucracy.
Because Tafshika Bagede.
If I can take away 2 links in a 5-link process in order for you to move from this stage to stage B in whatever you're trying to do, that's going to look very appealing. But if you do an internal audit of your systems and your processes, and then you realize the reason why I'm facing is because why is it even there?
Because the old passport office first of all, tell me why to apply for a passport I need to wake up na 5.
Why? Where do they do that at?
Tell me why to wake up for. Why? That tells me to one, either personnel yedi process maningirina aina kwana. We don't have enough offices. Right? So it doesn't mean this person needs to wake up at 5. It means let's increase more people that can take care of this. Exactly. So that it's a streamlined process.
Simple.
Because already munashika bagedi corruption utangira pa
munakubatisa maqueue. Boom.
And
muna arikutrasa
ndapinda mukati umu ndichanzi office ningirigine man ningirigine office ningirigine ningirigine. There's someone who's going to show up na 11 vanhu vese vamuka na ningirigine sikunzi tamuka na 5 but uchanga besera na 9. There's someone who's going to show up na 11 odzika benz yake pa ningirigine apo ongo badra ningirigine says opiwa bepa rake kuuyu because you've made it possible.
You've made it very possible.
You've made it very
That's
possible.
That's very true. Because whilst everyone I don't even get it, bro. That was a very tedious fucking process, bro.
If we get to the airport and you tell me kuti pane my bag, first of all, this whole duty chakadaro, where? Even if you're telling me kuti ndo muningirine, let's be a serious country. That tells me, there's nothing that tells me position here Zimbabwe in terms of
global community, yeah.
Where we are than vanhu vanovhurisa vanhu mabhegi kuti tinzwa kuti hembe yawatenga Primark inyuwane. Get the fuck
out of here, bruv.
Muri kutaura kuti hembe dzanatenga idzi nendiwe dzanatengera makazi dzemanisango ndikasabarira duty
izvi
nyika iri
kutoita stand still. Chingoti urikuita iwewe
makamera aya andironingirina wakamatenga rini? Is this a conversation that I need to be having from an 18-hour flight?
Right? Not just that. Pamwe ndiri munhu wechi3 asvika apa pane queue yevanhu vakamira kumashure kwangu and you're going to do the same
queue imomo pane munhu akutotsvaga a way to bypass
epapa. And then kana munhu akutobuda negoridhe ari kupinda nesuitcase rema illicit things because you've allowed
nyika pabridge. Yo, shedza yemaminista aone podcast. What the fuck?
Man, what the fuck is this, bro? Apa muromo wedu hawire pasi to start with.
What are you? Because I'm saying, we are going into December. We're going into December.
Come on.
There is an influx of people coming into the diaspora to spend time with their family. You cannot tell me
what annums worth of savings.
You cannot tell me Kutipa International Airport you gotta say Doha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because some of these things, but kuti say Zimbabwe isiri kushanyirwa nevanhu or say isiri kuningira. It's some of these things. Because first of all, you don't have the manpower to be going through these bags. Kanamuri International Airport, as you claim, mabega arufana kuskanwa wherever kwa mabega amanotisa
you flag a couple.
You flag.
Well, these men are saying beg rakora flag, but I guarantee you,
there is 4 different scanners per airport.
Excuse me.
Before you come out the exit. There is the scanner, scanner downstairs, big carousel, right? And then if they flag, they'll put a yellow red one, sticker, what. And then obviously, but then before you come out, there is another scanner where you put every bag.
Okay.
There they further notice good mune phone.
Mune laptop.
Tukumbro kuvurwa bag ko ayaman. I'm like, even there, brother, whether ndayane my laptop too, whether ndayama ningrini, do you want me to spell it out for you? No, ndawa diaspora. Ndine laptop yangu yakudhara yandasikashandise. Ndine cousin yangu ita form 4. Kana tiyatanga first year yandavigira. Why do I need to have that conversation with anyone?
Why am I explaining that to you?
Because this laptop, variant laptop is not enough to pay for the flight and
literally
it's not enough.
Bro, that's why I'm going to
it's not enough.
Yeah.
Kana musina kuwana mbanje, kana musina kuwana madrugs, kana ma unexplained liquids. Let me go.
Let me go, man.
Hembe izinywane zanigirina tsofana nigirina
saka ndofika hembe nyondo tingira hembe the fuck you mean? Do you know how much hembe inde ku Primark hembe inde 9 pounds hembe iyo
that bro, tells me the level
I strombo recopy team fucking airport lounge.
That tells me the level of where we are as a country. Like where we are going. As long as we haggle over some of these things. As long as, even Pakubuda, when you're coming out of Ningiri, there's 4 different checks for your passport. There's a guy that checks your documents from when they issue you your ticket. They fine. Then you go around and then there's somebody who will pass you. Then they don't even put it through anything. They're just looking at it.
Just look at it right there.
So you're telling me, Kuti, if there is Qatar Airways, there's the Emirates, there's Ethiopian coming out at the same time. These are my Airbus. If you're telling me that all these people are coming out, you are going to be checking Maningrini. You are risking people missing their flights.
They're connecting flights or whatever
because you want to check. For what purpose? Because to make them feel like, oh, there's Ningirikini. That is the purpose of my camera. That is purpose in Ningirikini. You notice
brother, but London Heathrow ndinosvika but death checking twa background royero roita zero day or boom ndakutonotsvaka get rangu. That's that.
Bro, your bag will go through the scanner yekutanga. You know the scanner where they take off your thing.
Yeah.
And before you go to passport, bro, it's a convoluted process which does not spell international airport.
Standard.
I need someone to fix it. I need
a lot of the things, but then the problem again, it's almost like it's a circular thingy-majig. You don't want to joke because in order for you, it creates corruption.
Yeah.
In order for you to take it off, you can't take it off because someone needs it to be that way because pani point yawe yokuti vanokore. They won't streamline these things because why am I streamlining by removing my feeding trough?
Bro.
Why am I doing that?
We just need people that are more interested in efficiency. Because those people that are seated could easily be appointed in other corners the airport. Gavano kana pana vanhu vane shungu dzekushanda kuairport. Gavanomutsa ndege dzakafa dziri kuseri kwakadzoningirira. Vanhu ngavabate zvipanera futseke.
Fuck. Instead, muda kugadzira mafees WhatsApp panapa and man, we will get the fuck out of here with these inefficiencies. Look at that. Now you can't even open a WhatsApp business group without someone threatening. What is that?
I hope the powers that be. I hope the powers that be. The powers that be ZANU-PF called Minister Mavetere and said, hey.
Come on. Look, listen.
We understand Twitter you just send out. But some of these things,
please, just
give yourself time. Whatever you think is a good idea, give it 24 hours.
Has Nick Mangwana spoken on it? Because if Nick Mangwana doesn't back it
again,
if
there's certain litmus tests
you know what I mean? If Nick Mangwana doesn't back
it,
see,
if you don't get a retweet from Nick, you're like, within 5 minutes, you're like, maybe this is not it, chief.
Maybe this wasn't. Come on, chief. Yeah. Put the phone down, chief.
Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You want WhatsApp and add a fee for
WhatsApp does not even do that.
Meta doesn't even, don't give a fuck about that.
They have end-to-end encryption for that reason. Like, they did it to protect people's, like, they assume that whoever you're sharing it on their platform, you've consented
that.
They've already done that.
They've taken care of the malice and the malicious side of things. Yeah, granted, scammers are going to scam. But you, my dear minister, do not have the facilities and the modicum.
That's not where we need your energies.
Please don't. Even if there was something lacking in WhatsApp cyber security protocols, you are not about to address it. Not you.
Bro.
Do you know you.
An easy win for the minister right now. Starlink came out, introduced excitement, people buying. Starlink sold out. Right. Starlink capacity.
Add capacity. How can we?
If minister wanted an easy win,
yep.
Elon Wadi
slam dunk.
Harare iri at capacity and vafana vari kucomplaina anything that you can do to increase capacity, maybe green bandwidth and Minister Mwene molikisa
molika chat charo kana ilo nakati maende zvokumama you can say ndikukurira even takazokuseka kuti zvino one uda kutiudza Elon zvekuti but ndinongo zvino aiwa
because minister will probably say hi Elon kiki Let's see that. Let's see you try.
Not kiki.
I want to see you try. Right? Like there's so many easy wins. Like right now,
I've been saying there's so many easy slam dunks. It's unbelievable.
If the minister right now was to say all these public hotspots, Africa Unity Square, Harare Gardens, we are putting my free Wi-Fi zone for my ghetto youth.
Look at that.
Go to Blawayo Trade Center.
Do that.
Boom, do that. Boom, you just find 5. Mtare Nigrini. Find my square meters.
Just
Wi-Fi free zone. See my ghetto youth.
Yo. And see how
I'm putting Starlink for my ghetto youth.
It's for my ghetto youth. It's for nothing else. And
go crazy.
Go crazy. Do what you think.
What are we talking about? Do we have to figure out everything
for you? Do we have to solve all the problems for you?
Like what are we doing here? We're going into
We've
Christmas.
got jokes to tell Banaba.
Like, come on, man. We're going into Christmas. Give people something to cheer for. Give some people something to celebrate. It's been an ingredient. Like, okay.
Good looking out.
Zimbabwe just qualified for AFCON. Bittersweet victory, because imagine how crazy the nation would have gone if that game was played National Sports Stadium. You denied, for the past 2 years, you've denied Zimbabweans the opportunity to play for their nation. You've denied Zimbabweans the opportunity to see their own national team qualify for a prestigious tournament like AFCON.
In their home ground, on home soil.
Like, what are we talking about here? And then after the fact, these people come out and say they're donating 250,000 to the Warriors. For what purpose, brother? For what purpose? Why can't you help resuscitate the National Sports Stadium? Why have we not seen those efforts? Because you like, what are we talking about here?
Come on.
What are we talking about here? I'm so disappointed, man.
Nah. It be like that. I've often said that, Johnny, and I'm not even being like facetious. Dramatic when I say facetious, but like you rightfully said, there are so many actionable, easy, low-hanging fruit kind of wins out there.
Yeah.
Brother, so many like that you might ridiculous. Even think, Johnny.
It's ridiculous.
If I was in control of things, I think I can make a noticeable change. I'm not saying you're gonna change the Nangrekini and solve Zimbabwe's problems, but I'm saying I reckon there's so many things that one could implement that over a course of 6, 7, 8 months to a year, people can be like, yo, something different here.
Bro, with all the heavy-handedness of the state, it bothers me that for all its heavy-handedness and all the equipment inozobuda kurowa vanhu, hapana munhu adecida kuti guys, tiri kuita munhu wese mutown kunokwesha madziro.
Fam, do you know
munhu wese mtown kunokwesha madziro.
I said, bro, I said this. I literally said this one time, brother, at the start, I don't know, of the last term. And I was like, this is a slam dunk. After the 2017 coup and Red Chair, I was like, this is a slam dunk. A slam dunk in the sense, Yaguchi, you just say to the homies, yeah, tese truda kudya pana. I get it. Tese truda kudya. But Gatungoti for the next 6 months.
John Wick rules.
And zone aticha Nangrekini. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for the next 6 months. And it Gatungotarise my problems are suggestwa what the ground is saying, things that are implementable. Let's just
do that.
And just tick off the easiest bottom things. Brother, panetuma construction company, my contractors hobo like awash in Zimbabwe. Like and I'll be honest, there's tenders that come out that my dad has bid for that is genuinely one fair and square. Saka zviriko zvinoitika zvinowanika. But I'm just saying, open that up. If I want matenda, unoziya marija, road, demarcation.
Tender government website.
Tender government website tender. Do you know what we do pana UK kana chida tender yeah everything kana chida tender garden unongoenda pa proactis unongoenda pa intend or whatever it is.
The government website gov.zim
and
then you break down with Minister of Chakadaro,
Minister of Chakuti.
Why
Tudama tender ekuti zvoni vanhu vagadzise ma road signs. Simple and straightforward.
Izvezvi minister vanenge vari pa Gmail. Minister of ICT at Gmail.
Kosei city at .gov.za.
Bro, what? It's so crazy. If you go to Zim right now, it's the city of Harare is visibly dirty. Like I'm talking about, you see the walls.
Just from an optical that.
The whole city needs a fresh.
And how easy it is to give us the CBD a facelift. It's actually very easy to.
It's in everyone's benefit,
brother.
If you're telling me that the city of Harare that is hell bent on demolishing people's houses, but they've let the city of Harare, the one that is within their direct purview, as in they see it every day. The mushrooming of my malls. I say this because my building and a tumsika to
literally,
people have
it's not a mall. It's
from outside.
Into Mukati because
purely from a. But do you know what? I say this to say I've had the same thought that you're having, and it has led me to think there's clearly more complications than we are aware of. Because if me and you agree that there are certain slam dunks, but we also agree that these slam dunks haven't happened, there must be something that we are not. There must be some hand in the back there.
I cannot possibly conceive
Me too.
What would be so hard about saying Murku complain out mabasa.
Me too.
You for 1 month you put out a campaign munu wese asina mabasa and we are I don't know the town hall Chakuti Harare Gardens mosangana and munu wese opiwa sagarake munu wese opiwa mapika zake munu wese opiwa high vis rako munu wanzi zoni right takwenda kunotora kunokumba marara panapa munhu ari kuuya tiri kukubhadhara according to masaga emarara wauya nawo.
Bro,
I'm not even asking for my tipper, for my lorry, for my ningirikini. I'm literally talking
they went through to
legs on the ground.
Tells me that if they wanted to, they would.
For the side like summits and whatnot.
If they wanted to, they would.
There you go. Bro, there's so many contractors who would kill for the opportunity. Yakungopenda, bro. Kungopenda mama nangirikini makabe emu road. Kungomapenda. Kungogadzira zvima drain zvima goronga zvezve and just cast zvima slab. You cast 1,000 of them shits and then just go by muchingomachinja muchingogadzira ma drain iwawo. Ma poles ema giveaway signs ema nangirikini. Brother, muenda kune ma fucking blacksmiths gadzirai like me dad. Bro, you go to ma nangirikini there's a picture ndakona embedda wangori ku like parinyatwa type shit. Bro, go to my polytechnic universities, colleges and retete. Vanhu vagadzira ma bed frames. Just make fucking bed frames and mass more replace my bed frame at the very least.
Yeah. Well, for more tips on how we can solve our country, please go to buymeacoffee.com/blackandforth. A minimum of 100 coffees, then we'll give you the blueprint on how we can get the nation of Zimbabwe back on track.
We will get it back on track. Oh no, I'm not saying that we're trying to replace the government. Ideas.
I think at the peak of propaganda, I remember getting a call from somebody who was like, Papa Ningrini, Papa. You have some good ideas. No, it wasn't actually. It was post Black and Forth. It was after the Week Now episode. And someone's like, honestly, we need to start thinking of new people who can, we can come in and, introduce a new breed of politicians. And I was like, how do you have any names, Mkoma? It's like, you, Mfana. I was like, it's time to
don't fucking don't say
put the phone on airplane mode.
Time to
mid-call. Put the phone on airplane mode mid-call. Like connecting, not connecting. So, until it says connection failed.
But and I lost you, man.
Everything that I've seen about politics tells me that there is clearly
there's something. Because one thing, the reason why I totally have to give credence to what you said, right? One thing you and I and most people who are of savvy thinking or reasonable thought would know these men aren't idiots.
No. Far from it.
They are the furthest thing from morons you could ever think of. And yet when we're highlighting and bringing up these issues, one might feel inclined to feel like, why are they missing something so on the nose? So I think that is very interesting. What is it?
I would go as far as saying what is it? Evil geniuses.
They're actually evil. Maybe it's part of their plan.
No, like the best. Yeah.
I don't know. But I certainly know that they're smarter than that.
No, they are.
And so it begs the question, could it be just a matter of they just don't give a fuck? I can't.
It's more complicated than
it has to be more complicated than that.
I think it's a give and take of you lose. There's a feeling of there's less to eat or less to gain in a functional country. There's less to gain in a system of efficiency.
Of course,
like you're saying.
100%.
So if we say
100%,
but then again, the reason why that thinking will prevail is because we have never had a system of shit. Bro, in a system where, and again, it owes to it being evil, because the grievance there is not so much that even in a system of efficiency, they wouldn't be gaining. Mm-hmm. It's so much that everyone else would gain. There's a fetish. If there's more displaced,
I can only feel good about pulling up at the traffic stop.
And then pull up with the same car. Then what are we doing?
What am I doing?
What are we doing?
That's true. But because if you look at the corruption here in the UK, bro, I might even argue
much better.
They are
much more incredible.
Much
more incredible.
Wakaona mukadzi wa Rishi Sunak taxi akaita get away without paying.
Bro.
But whilst all of that is happening, kana ndine train yangu ya 232 patangarikeni Paddington.
Ndea 232.
Ndikusemuka na 232, bro.
As a matter of fact, 231 inogona kutoti.
The 231 inogona kutoti beep man vakutoda oneka flag kawachoti hapana munhu sha, I think you can take it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can do that, but ndakaenda kuchipatara.
Andipandre kufila ma ramifications ekuti week now I spend 4 million in my personal life.
I shouldn't feel
that. It should be a thing that happens, and I'll be like,
and I really wouldn't care.
You know,
that's right.
Like, I will go back to saying, as a country, it's very, very toxic for a country to know their reserve bank governor as intimately as we know our reserve bank governor. Yeah. I'll always say that.
Yeah, you're right.
In a functional country, even South Africa, you ask them who their reserve bank governor is. The people that probably know that information offhand are economic students or people that are studying from an green way. Yeah. It's a question that is being asked from a grade 7 examination.
Yeah.
But the general populace, as Munari involved in green, you just know that person as signature. That's it.
If that.
But it's also to know Zewama reserve bank governor Edu so intimately, because every reserve bank governor has a new currency yake. And every 2 weeks, I don't explain why is Shanda or why Satyakubatika or why
shortly after Atarot iri robust.
Kushika makuziva kuti German wa middle name rawo rinonzi Panonets. That's how intimately we know these people. Like, do you know Titombo when, like, they knew him, but now he's been immortalized. Rest in peace.
Yep.
Because of Casper Nyovest.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But prior to that, even if you were to ask, guys, you would have to think, Panana Pravish, Panana Ningri. But I can tell you, Reserve Governor, beg to Leonard Tsomba.
Brother.
I can tell you all those men. I can tell you back kuna Reserve Governor, angaripa $2 yangaini chipingwe. Chima grade 1, Chipangolin. I can tell you, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Very true.
Unomziva ere chancellor of the exchequer.
Until wakatozoisa mukadzi
Reserve Bank governor weku America anozivikana nani?
Who?
Because Mari yake does the talking. Even to Dubai, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's leave on a positive note. Tanyanya Popoja.
Anyway, in the latest segment of Moromo Black and Forth, like I've been saying, I always keep having in that that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I said this last time. Last time when the whole notion of Moromo Black and Forth after we spoke about Maichi Samba, right? Someone commented saying that I'd be very interested in knowing if we hear something. They said, wouldn't it be wild if we hear from or something relating to Maichi Samba in the next following weeks after having spoken about Betty Renyika? And lo and behold, I'm low-key shook, bro.
Maichi Samba.
I'm low-key.
That was incredible.
I think I'm genuinely concerned for
Muromo.
From Muromo Uyuyu, bro.
We need to start. We need to be more ambitious with some of the things.
I think we gotta be.
We have to be more ambitious.
We have to be. No, let's speak it because it seems like we are really just writing the scroll with the Itabana, but we're knitting the fabric of reality, my friend.
Like that's crazy.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, having said. We are taking my prayer requests. Nema Nangrikini. Let us know. So we breathe.
Yeah. Breathe some more. Yeah. Trukubata, touch the screen right now.
But my tithe.
Rama vacation general admission $10 per med orange.
Right. Yeah, but that was massive, man. That was incredible.
Maichi Samba is coming to the show.
Maichi Samba is coming with her baddie.
With a badina.
Chiji nombonzi baddie. Aiwa ndiwo mafungira avo varoere maoko vadiwa vatariri. Badi chichi nombonzi badi. Musikana akaipa here kana kuti musikana akanaka zvekunge zvinonzi ndiye anenge achinzi mabad bitch.
Nah, shout out to Maichi Samba. It's been incredible. It's been incredible. Yeah.
We need a clip and a video of Babachi Samba and Maichi Samba giving the podcast a shout out. Yeah. Come on, it's only right.
We need to.
We need
bring it on.
Yeah. No, but the marketing, the show's been picking up mad steam. So momentum for days. I love it when people buy into the idea, bro. I love it when people lock like in and recognize what this is, and they're like, we're riding out.
Considering the year that comedy has had in Zim, like, Len Mo, Joe, us on the podcast,
fucking
sports,
mad,
propaganda, mad, yeah. It's only right until we end the year on a take note.
Bro, this is a footnote, bro. That's
like proper. So yeah, it's been very dope. My thinking behind tickets wise, I think we've sold 1.9.
This is selling out, but it's selling out before before mid-December. I've spoken it into existence. I'm telling you,
that's the prayer.
We're
getting into month ends. We're getting into month end now. Yeah.
It's selling out end of month.
We are because we've had 2,000 tickets early bird. So which means we have 100 tickets left. Because Celebration Center, sits 3,500 people. So it would mean kuti tenda sarani 1.5 after we sell these out. And being month end, I assume kuti they are going to
uptick.
The uptick, because so far tanotengesera vanhu vagara vanayo mari yacho, but now takutengesera vanhu vakamirira kubhadhara.
And we got Billboard Candizo International. If you're nasty, speaking of Billboard Candizo, if you're nasty, this is my own personal little pledge for my brother.
Yeah.
If you can find a Billboard Yakandizo, take a photo of the Billboard Yakandizo, or maybe a young selfie with the Billboard Yakandizo in the background.
Yeah.
Then I will get you 2 tickets to go and watch the show. If you can get all 5 billboards, post it, carousel, tag Black and Forth, I will get you 5 tickets to go and watch. But also, you can choose to have all 5 photos of the billboards, carousel post, tag me, post on your story.
Yeah.
You will get 2 VVIP tickets. Like that. So get
Western Chirisa coming through with the sponsorship.
All you gotta
beam
do,
Western Chirisa.
Beam me out Western Chirisa. I'm beaming on niggas.
Yeah.
So I just need to get five.
Yeah.
All 5 posters, billboards, carousel post, Instagram, post it on Instagram, tag Back and Forth. I'm getting you 2 VVI tickets. If I'm feeling real nice about it, I'm gonna go country and marry my drinks for that. I'm really feeling generous. Yeah.
Western Chirisa coming through with
the declare and the gauntlet down.
Thanks,
let's get this show.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's got their tickets so far. The response has really blown me away.
It's
gonna
be the who's of Harare coming there, because they know, everyone knows that this is it's like who doesn't want to be there when and
hey, but with the work that we've had to put in for this show, man, we're actually even having the stage outed to fit the ideas that we have, because it's in theme. Let me not get ahead of myself, but yeah, it's going to be a show.
I can
imagine.
To be a
show where my main motivation with the marketing is, even if you don't want to come to the show, even if you don't care about Kandoro, I don't want there to be an excuse for I didn't even know this was happening. So we're trying to make sure that they know. Everyone, the message goes.
Trust me, they
fine,
know.
Whoever works works kwa Nick Mangwana, tell him good cinema tickets again.
Oh yeah, we gotta get,
because I don't get.
I know I didn't got my jokes out, but you know what? I like the camaraderie that you have with Vamangwana. I think it's a good sport about it. If there's one thing I can't take away from him, he seems to be a good sport about it.
Everyone has their limits. Maybe celebration is the limits.
Keep
my government out your keep my government out your mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the one and only Boys Republic Bridge. Yeah, man. This is probably one of the. I don't want to. Naturally, obviously, because you guys know Guti Panepat Chenda Green. So this is one of the last few episodes live recordings.
Because it's a big thing.
It's a big thing. So we cherish you guys. Celebrate with us.
Thank you so much.
This has been a dope. I think this was worked out even better, because this was a dope way to mark the 1-year anniversary.
There was
dope conversations, always fire with you guys.
Fire.
But again, need to remind you, 14 February, Garema guys, I'm 50%.
Yo, Nagatutara someone, and I figured out a new business model. They said Andrea also on the 14th of February, and I said, all good, but as long as you know, Guti, if it all materializes. Tudakati eduparora yako, simple and straightforward.
Marine Green, Mareba Bridge.
Yeah.
Vara
Bridge.
Vara Bridge.
Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Bridge. Vara Brid
Please.
Mario boy. And also, guys, Makawayakuzona the play, Makawayakuzona the show. Some people have come to watch the play. Msaje happy deal over my teaser.
Stay!
Wait. I'm gonna leave the theater.
He's coming to find you.
I'm gonna get out of costume. It's not like now, and I don't know, Rara Momo teleport to my house from the theater. Come and meet me by stage door. We say hi. Nenchi nokushainira wakauti my pictures, my BFFs came to the Nangrikini and I post on our Instagram and chichichi, but all of you guys, come on.
Shout out to you guys, man. See you guys next week.
Big love.
Fire.